Hi everybody, it is Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I am your host from Crate Insider. I'm Kate Dillon, and I'm so glad you could join us today. I've actually got to remove my microphone here because I realize it's on the other side of the desk and I want to make sure that you can hear me. So anyway, I want to say welcome and welcome to Tuesday. Tuesdays are always fun, and it's always fun to put up a new sign every week. Actually, about the craziest thing that happened, I was trying to do, go live. People talk about problems with going live all the time, or they're scared of video and all the things, but here I am, I'm trying to start a live video, and Facebook has been doing this thing to me where I start typing and it types all the letters in backwards. So like instead of when I type in T-O-P for top, it moves them to the right, and then the letters are happening at the left, so then I end up with pot instead of top. It's not really what I wanted to do, so it slows me down a little bit. So I guess it's like backwards or the upside down. If I have any Stranger Things fans out there, it's the upside down. So apparently Facebook is the upside down. And none of this had anything to do with anything, but I'm just sharing my story. So anyway, welcome to the show, and we're gonna do some fun things today. I do have a fun giveaway today, and this fun giveaway, you might kind of spy, you can see, there we go, that's my swag shelf right over there, where I've got hats and t-shirts and stickers and all kinds of fun things. So what we're giving away today is I have a little prize pack from our friends over at VP Fuels. So we have a hat right here, we've got a couple of koozies, I got some stickers, so you'll be able to stick this all over some stuff. And of course, I am a VP racing dealer, and we sell some of the VP products, mostly fuel. So fuel is one of the products that we sell from VP, and you'll be able to see that on our website. And if this is your first time here, in order to be part of our giveaway, of course we do these live, and all you need to do is just drop in a comment. See, one of my pet peeves online, or on Facebook especially, is if I go and watch somebody's live video, I'll be honest, sometimes I just want to be a lurker. Sometimes I just want to kind of hang out in the background. I just want to enjoy it. I didn't really show up to like be part of, like the conversation. I just want to listen. So I really don't like it when people call me out just because my name shows up. So I don't do that to other people. The only way I'm going to call out your name is if you leave me a comment here. So you know what? If you want to lurk, you can lurk in peace. I will leave you alone, so it's all good. But if you want to win a giveaway, you have to leave a comment. The other giveaway we do a second giveaway every single week, or at least we have for I don't even know how long. But if you remember what my sign said last week, go ahead and drop that in as a comment, and we will do a separate drawing. Oh, and let me show you what we're gonna get. I have to go back over here to my swag pile here, and you will get one of our Crate Insider sling grips. I have to say, I do love these. I bought them because they were cool and because I liked them, and of course I do sell them on the website. I probably give away more of them than that, but what it's for is for the back of your phone. So you can just like stick it to the back of your phone, and it makes it really easy to hold your phone, or at least it does for me. It works on a battery case, or if you just got a bare phone, it works on that too. I don't know, I got another phone around here with a little demo. Some people like to put it sideways like this, or so maybe if you like having a pop socket or one of those other things and that's up here, you can put it sideways, and then it makes it easier to take selfies. So that's another possibility as well. So that is the sling grip, and just all you have to do is just leave a comment with what my sign said last week. I always like to feature something each week and talk about something special, and so I do have something special, and that special something is actually from me. So you might have seen in the description where I talked a little bit about sponsorship and marketing and trying to improve our sport are really fundamental. They're so important to me, and it's something that I absolutely love to share. Of course, if anybody doesn't know, I do have a whole program where I teach racers about marketing and sponsorship, and I even have a membership. So there's that. Just fair warning, I do have another thing, but the thing I wanted to definitely mention this week is I will be doing my sponsorship roadmap masterclass. I have done this class once before, and it's free. It's totally free. We're going to drop a link in so that you can register, and I'll be doing that this Thursday. Now I realize you guys are hardcore because you're here at 2 o'clock Eastern on a Tuesday of all things, but and I try to make things not super long and ramble on, even though I'm rambling right now. But for the masterclass, that's going to be a little bit longer. It'll take probably at least an hour to go through the whole process. I mean, how do you go from 0 sponsors to the point where people are calling you and wanting to be part of your race team? And I will tell you, it is possible. And I walk through the model that I used to get where I am, and I can tell you, I have gotten, me personally, I've gotten at least way over $100,000 in sponsorship in the last 5 years. So, you can call it different things: advertising, sponsorship, free stuff. If I count the free stuff, that's a whole nother level. So if you want to learn the process that I went through to make that happen, I invite you to come to my masterclass, where I will be teaching just the whole framework of like the roadmap. And that's why I call it the roadmap. So sponsorship success roadmap. Speaking of that, in that vein, one of my students, I'm so proud of him and I'm so excited for him, is going to be Brad Shawley. Brad Shawley, he was part of my Winning Motorsports Marketing program in January, and he's a first-year racer. Doesn't come from a racing family, none of that. And Alex, could you grab that link? You know where I'm going to go with this, with the Max Attack. So here's something that happened that was super cool, is that Brad entered the Racing Junk Intech trailers. They were having a voting contest for racers to win a trailer. And it was already really cool when he made the top 25. Well, this last week he made the top 10, and he needs some votes to make it to the top 3. Now, something that's really interesting here is that he is the only one of the top 10 that is a circle track, dirt track racer. Like, everybody else is either drag racing or road racing or some kind of like those little cars that are, I don't know, mini somethings or anothers. But he's the only one, he's really the only one that's like the rest of us, right? I mean, because all of us here and everybody that's watching this, we're generally circle track. Some of you may be asphalt or dirt, you drive some different kind of cars, but we want to stick together. So if you could, we're going to drop in a link here, and go ahead and click on that link. You want to vote for Brad Shawley. So it's SCHAALE. He's the only Brad. He's also the only Brad, only circle track, only Brad, and vote for him, because the next stage is, if he gets into the top 3, he gets to go to PRI, and then at PRI, they'll be announcing the winner. And I would really love for that to happen, obviously for him to be a winner, but it is such a success story. He has worked so hard, and he has made his sponsors incredibly happy throughout this entire year. He's a model of everything that I teach. So yeah, he's a poster child, and I never met him before, you guys. I didn't know him before January of this year, and it's just so amazing to see his progress in the program and see what's happened. So he's my success story, you guys, and I want to do that for more people. I really want to. So anyway, if you can join my masterclass this Thursday, I would love to have you there so I can map that out for you. But with that, I'm going to say hi to some folks here first. Oh, and Brad is actually here. Brad is on Top 5 Tuesday with us today, so that's pretty awesome. And I see, I've heard that there's some snow. I see blizzarding here on Long Island, Brian. I feel so bad for you guys that are in snow, because we do not have any snow here right now. It was 60 something yesterday. It's like, I guess it's like 50, but I'm not going to complain. And I see some people know the sign here for sure, but Tommy, Mike, Steve, Brian, you guys are here week after week. Jonathan is here, and Brian, another Brian, Michael, Nick. Oh my gosh, it's so great to have you guys all here. Mark Newton, of course, Jim. Thank you all, Bob. Thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate that you come back week after week. You're part of this, and it just means so much to me. So thank you for that. But with that, I will stop my rambling, and I'm going to start telling you about the top 5 products of the week. So in the number 5 spot, this is exciting because we just released this product last week on Top 5 Tuesday, and it is our wires, our spark plug wires from Scott Performance Wires. Now, I am stocking them in black, although they are available in other colors. They just take a couple of days of lead time in order to get those, so it's not a big deal. And this will be all 8 of your wires. I love that they're marked. In fact, let me reach over here and see, they made a set that's orange for me, and I just think that's so awesome. Although of course I will sell it. I will tell you that. But check it out. So see, like there's wire number 7. I think it's great when they go ahead and mark which wire goes to which cylinder because it just makes it easier for installation. I mean, why mess around with trying to figure out which ones are supposed to go where? This makes it so much simpler. And then I do sell them where they have the 8 wires plus the coil wire. So, you know, if you're using an HEI distributor, you're gonna have a coil wire that maybe you can give to a friend or something. But for the rest of you guys that are using MSC, like your regular billet distributors, then you'll already have a coil wire. You don't have to worry about solving that problem separately. And so those Scott wires run 130 for a set. All right, next up in the number 4 spot, this is a company that I have been working with for several years now, and it's really exciting. Actually, it's just, I don't know why I'm in story time mode today, but I am, so I'm just gonna roll with it. But we were at PRI a few years ago, and we had friends who were vendors, so we were able to have vendor passes, which means we could be there after hours. And we're walking by this booth and it had all these cool shiny tools. So we just kind of made a mental note to come back and talk to them later. Now this was when I was first starting out. And so when I went to them and I said, hey, you know, you have some pretty cool tools. I'd like to be a dealer. They did me a favor. They let me be a dealer. And since then I've sold a lot of their tools. And the one in particular, in fact, this tool represents the first video that I ever did, and that would be our valve spring changing video. It's still our most watched video. It may not be the very first one. I think we did valve lash first. Either way, their products were one of the products that were my very first videos I ever did was from LSM, LSM Racing Products. Fantastic company. I'm so proud to be a dealer for them because I just love their tools. This is 6061 T6 aluminum, so it's a hardcore, heavy duty. It's anodized, and you can see that it's anodized and then it's etched. I mean, it's just really cool. I wish you could see how solid this is, but what I can tell you is anyone that's picked up one of these LSM valve spring changers, I mean, you know it's gonna last for a lifetime, but also the feedback has been, wow, I had no idea it could be this easy. So the LSM valve spring changer, great product. I do sell it with the particular insert. I just already set you guys up for, you're using these for crate engines, and these can be used, of course, on other types of engines with a larger rocker arm stud or whatever you want to call it. But then this has the insert, so it's exactly the right size and doesn't slip around. So this is our valve spring changer, and it runs 218.90 something, 98, 218.98. I'm looking at my notes over there. So the valve spring changer, definitely a great buy. And I think we've probably got some reviews on the website. You can click the link and see some of the reviews that people have had. You know, everybody loves it. I mean, once you have it, there's just no going back. So that's the number 4 spot. All right, next up in the number 3 spot this week is our Daytona 1 XL1 Engine Treatment. Now, what this is used for, you would add it and put it in as an oil additive, and what it does is it binds to ferrous metals at a molecular level. So when I think of iron, you know, a lot of times I think of iron, I think of rust, and I think of like jaggedy edges. You know, if you try to cut steel, there's no, like, it's not a smooth process, right? I mean, it's gonna have a rough edge. Well, even within an engine, when everything is machined, it's still gonna have that little bit of roughness. And what this does is it binds at a molecular level to create a smoother, slicker surface so that you can cut down on drag. And when you can cut down on drag, it means that you can have lower temperatures, lower operating temperatures, and it allows you to release more horsepower because you don't have the friction. So love the XL1 engine treatment, and you do actually see, if you're doing this on a dyno, you can see a horsepower gain. I mean, it's not gonna take you from 0 to hero here, but it will give you like 1 to 2% in most situations. So the XL1 engine treatment, something we definitely stand by. Plus, here's the other thing, it also protects your engine. And what I love using it in my passenger car, I have a 4-cylinder. I'm not going for, you know, massive horsepower, but by cutting down on friction in my engine, it's going to make my engine last longer. But the other thing it does, it helps me with gas mileage. So if you have some gas guzzling something, which you probably do for hauling your car to the racetrack, consider putting it as an oil additive into your towing vehicle, and I think you'll find a difference. So really good. This is the 16-ounce container, so this would be the right amount for when you're doing an oil change on a crate engine. You would use one of these and 6.5 quarts of oil, and that would be like the perfect amount for your oil change. And these run $24.95 for the Daytona 1 XL1 Engine Treatment. And that's in the number 3 spot. All right, so next up in the number 2 spot, it's funny, I'm being nostalgic today. I think it's because I was on some Facebook post and they were talking about what was your first video, or what's your YouTube channel. And of course I talk about video a ton. I love video. I love the power of video. I love how it connects people. I mean, I could go on and on about video. One of the other ones that was my very first videos, so I always have to give props to the people who are brave enough to trust me with doing this stuff, is I did a video with Jason Grubb from Lube. And so Lube has been one of our great sellers ever since we started carrying it. And it comes in 3 different ways. Unfortunately, I have 2 hands and I have 3 things, so we'll see what happens here. But all right, so there we go. We have a tube and we have a jar, and these are each 16 ounces. They're just packaged differently. So this you can put like in the grease gun, and this one you just open up and do whatever you want to do. Or there's the syringe. So these are 16 ounce. The tube and the jar are 16 ounce. They run, I believe, $45.79. And then the syringe is a 1 ounce syringe, and it runs $16.95. I'm kind of glancing. I'm in the ballpark, so just roll with me on that. So the Lube, this is in the number 2 spot, and I think the most popular of these this week has been the tubes. I've definitely had some people picking up some of the DRP bearing packer guns that are so cool, and this is the perfect thing to put into that grease gun. So there we go, in the number 2 spot. All right, so that brings us to our top spot, but I'm gonna see if there's any comments and if anybody has any questions here, and just seeing. Okay, good, I see we've got that. Brad says, thank you everyone for sharing. Thanks you for sharing. Thanks for everyone's support. We have a special guest right here. Actually, let me grab my special guest. This is Boo Boo. So, Boo Boo. Boo Boo isn't really impressed with Top 5 Tuesday right now. So we're just gonna roll with that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the top spot. The top spot this week is from our friends at Klotz. So our Klotz oil. So out of all the oils we've tested, this is the one that turns in the best numbers from what we've seen. You just never know. There's always something new around the corner. But as of today, as of November 12th, 2019, Klotz is one of our top picks. I mean, of course, we have other top pick too with our Schaefer's oil. Does incredibly well, and just Klotz happens to be the most sold for this particular week. And this week it's in the cases, and the cases run $153.95 for a case of 10. So those are our top 5 products of the week. So with that, I'm going to take a look and see if anybody has questions, and we'll go ahead and start doing some giveaways here, because I really do love giving stuff away. I'll be honest about that. Let me bring up my random number generator here. And so get those comments in real quick here. Whoops. I'm on camera. I can't even see myself. My mouse hates me. It's just one of those days, like, I don't know. I don't even know. So let's see here. Apparently it just wants to be on another screen. I'm just going to roll with it. So let's see here. And I've got Alex and Tori in the studio today. And Alex?
70.
Yeah, I know. 70. But here's this.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, great. And I'm doing some random number picking here. And then I'll just hit some questions. Okay, and Alex? Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to close my random number generator and see if anybody has any questions here. Let's see. John mentions that it's Duel in the Desert this week. Yeah, and it's so crazy because I was just in Phoenix. I was in Phoenix. I flew out to Phoenix for a conference. I flew in on Thursday, and I just came back yesterday. And it's crazy because there's this big race happening, but I needed to get back. Otherwise, Boo Boo would be upset. And, I got work to do. So there's that. And so there's that. And let's see. I see Jessica voted. Mikey did one heck of a video supporting Brad. I just love seeing our community coming together and supporting one another. It is just absolutely amazing. So cool to see that. And let's see what else we have here. If there are any other questions, I want to make sure everybody is staying here. Oh my gosh, Jessica, I was just talking about you, and you just won the the VP hat deal. So my VP prize pack right here. So I've got the VP hat, I have a couple of koozies, and we have some VP stickers. So Jessica, if you would, please send me a private message with your address and I will get that sent out to you. I would love to do that. And then for our second drawing for the sling grip, it looks like Scott and Tracy Brown. So Scott and Tracy Brown, if you would, please send me a private message with your address and I will send your sling grip out to you. So I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for watching. Thank you for being a part of Top 5 Tuesday. So many of you here week after week, and I am so grateful for that. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 2 o'clock for Top 5 Tuesday.